This is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
I love Batman.
My favorite character.
Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman. That's right, kids. We're back for another We Are the Night, the Batman podcast.
Batman podcast.
That's right. I am Phil, and since we are still in the middle of Sub-tember, again, we have Wolf Hellfire's handpicked replacement, Justin the Owl Osgood.
Hello, hello. Swooping back in.
Again, probably the closest we could find to another little Hellfire stuff.
Yeah, in a pinch I'll do. Yeah.
A little Hellfire with a classy voice, you know. I told you before, man. I had that voice, man. I'd be auditioning for every commercial, every.
I've put together a little voice actor resume, but
Nice.
Haven't gotten any bites yet. It'll happen eventually.
I want to see a car commercial. Be like, honey, I know that guy. That's the Owl, man. He's crazy as Lilith.
I recognize that voice anywhere.
I wonder who that could be. Recording trapped as we speak. Sorry, I couldn't be there.
Oh, that must be my my co-host Russell.
Must be. Yes, that animal.
Yes.
Wow. Like an
Where's the Joker nuggets?
Joker nuggets.
I love the origin of that, just from a random Shadow of the Bat issue, and Batman's interrogating some guy named Nuggets.
Nuggets, yeah.
Where's the Joker nuggets? Russell sending feedback, and yes, he's like, I love that line.
That is a great line. There's so many different ways you can interpret that.
Well, instead of Joker fish, Joker nuggets.
Exactly.
Joker nuggets.
That animated series episode with the Joker fish kills me every time I watch it.
Oh, that is from the comics too. That's
oh yeah.
Yeah, the 70s comics. But I know. Either way, it's wild like an animal.
Yeah. Wild like an animal.
Joker just poisons all these fish and be like, pay me for him.
They've got lipstick on them and everything.
You can't trademark a natural resource. I think it'd be a little sad. It'd be like, there's no even proof Joker did that. It could just be all that toxic waste in the Gotham River.
That's true. That river is worse than the Thames.
Exactly. It's like the Simpsons, man. You got like three-eyed fish coming out of there.
I mean, Killer Croc goes swimming down there, so let's go see something.
I mean, look, when the Joker got bleached, man, where'd all that stuff go into the river?
Right. Where does everything go in Gotham? In the river.
All right. All right, you ready to tackle the more Alan Grant and Norm Breyfogle issues?
Yes, and these are big ones.
That's right. Batman 455 through 457. All right, so Batman 455, October 1990. Identity Crisis Part 1. Okay. Writer Alan Grant here. It's saying pencilers Norm Breyfogle and Kevin Breyfogle.
Yeah, artist. Interesting, right? I wonder.
Who's Kevin? Is that a brother, a son? What's that?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's not even a link to click on that name, but
Don't know.
I have to look that up. But inker Steve Mitchell, colors Adrian Roy, letterer Todd Klein, and editors Dennis O'Neill. And the name that Lilith Hellfire says she wishes she would have picked for her alias instead of Lilith Hellfire, Kelly Puckett.
That is the best name, Kelly Puckett.
I would have loved it every couple times a week. Just introduce and my co-host Kelly Puckett.
Get over here, Puckett.
Oh my god, it's like we're always like, Ray's obsessed with like finding out Lilith's real name. I'm like every episode I told her we should just throw out like a random name, and just I told her we should throw out 50 names. One of them is your correct first name, and then
Yes.
be like, Ray, the first name. It's just it's in a pile of 50 names.
Yes, it's a process of elimination. You have to guess your way to the correct one.
Because on one of our April Fool's episodes, she's calling herself Eve Heavenwater, and she was like,
oh yes, I loved that, Eve Heavenwater.
She was trying to make it sound. Oh my god, that was how hard that was not to do any dick jokes or anything.
The sarcasm in that episode was fantastic.
Can you hear me?
Especially when you guys were talking about the new 52, and you're saying, "Oh yeah, there were no plot holes or no errors in continuity anywhere. Everything was executed seamlessly, and there were no snags. It was all well thought through and executed."
I thought you were going to say, we were talking about our friend Ray, who had the biggest Batman podcast on the internet.
Oh yeah, that too. But especially when you were talking about the new 52, it killed me. I think wasn't that when that started? When you started doing those drops, was the
We had some before that because again we have like
I love Batman.
Yeah,
Batman.
And then
but I feel like Into the Dark Knight.
It might have been it might have that the favorite character and Into the Dark Knight.
Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
That might have been around that time, but those weren't even on our shows. Like was that Trapped in a World? He might have sent in feedback or something, and and like at the beginning he like kind of sarcastically said it. I think it was Trapped in a World because I heard that and I was like no, send me that audio, and he did. I'm like Ray is not going to see this coming because he didn't even send it to me.
That's good. That's really good.
Because he's being all sarcastic at the beginning of some feedback. He's like, he's like, yeah, my favorite character,
Batman, my favorite character. Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
You make it too easy, Ray. You know what? He doesn't even care if you do use like the dirtiest drop I have for him, but it's like if he's on screen, man, you see him grit his teeth when he hears those Batman drops.
And I love too in another episode you and Lilith were talking about doing a crossover with us on Predator and Prey when we do the Batman versus Predator stuff. I think Lilith said that Ray was going to be mysteriously ill that day when we covered those.
Exactly, yeah. Because it's going to happen. He's going to get all mad because he's going to be like, how did he defeat the Predator like that? Because he's Batman. He had prep time.
And he had help from Alfred, admittedly.
And Ray just sitting there like,
what the F?
It was just a really nice package.
Sorry we're dragging this out, kids, but
Because I know Lilith likes it long.
Gotta rub that one in.
no.
Nailed it.
Get him to do a spit take here, kid.
Yeah.
Out of the gooch. Out of the pouch.
The high priest of sausage himself, kids.
Sausage.
The power of the gooch.
Out of the gooch.
Oh, that's so good.
The big bazooka.
the accent just makes those drops, you know.
So good. Ray
Oh,
says,
that's pretty
yeah.
damn big.
Ray has the best drops.
Look how big it is.
All right, let's get to this. All right, Batman 455.
Identity crisis.
Part 1. It is almost dawn in Gotham City when Batman responds to gunshots. He encounters a masked gunman who shoots 4 people, killing 2. Batman disarms the gunman and slams into him. Pulling off the mask, he finds a 67, so close, Lil, year-old woman who later explains her actions as a whim. Meanwhile, reporter Vicky Vale takes pictures of some homeless people for an article in View magazine. Ashley leaves another criminal wearing an identical mask as the old woman arrives and attacks the homeless men with an axe. And yes, we do get our friend Legs again.
He's back.
All right. Tim Drake has a dream where he is tormented over his mother's death by images of Batman and Nightwing in the dream. Or Batman and Nightwing. In the dream, Tim seems most distraught by the hero's masks. Batman wakes him up and reminds him that today is his mother's funeral. Vicky develops her photographs, pretty much half naked.
Yeah.
And discovers
What even is she wearing?
she's like wearing a robe, but it was like, it's half open. And,
Yeah, she's just letting it all hang out.
I mean, I guess
And it's wintertime too. I mean, jeez.
maybe it's but is it warm in dark rooms though? She was in the dark room.
Oh, that's true. She must be sweating in there. Yeah.
But yeah. Vicky develops her photographs and discovers that she has an image of the masked criminal who attacked the homeless man. I'm always like, if they draw like a really sexy woman in a comic, I'm like, oh damn, she's so hot, even Lil got a stiffy.
Oh boy.
Boy, Bruce and Alfred watch a news report of yet another homeless man dressed in the same mask who killed 8 people in a store before being shot and killed by policemen. He is identified as Joseph Mackey. Tim is in the Batcave looking at Jason Todd's Robin costume and begins to understand the desire to wear a mask and take revenge. Bruce advises Tim to accept his anger instead of fighting it. They leave for the funeral. Okay. And we were talking about, why does anyone live in Gotham City before?
Yeah.
It's Christmas time. And there's just a ring of murders traveling through the city.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a 67-year-old grandmother just guns down some people. And then this dude with an axe starts hacking up a bunch of homeless people, all within like a day of this has all happened in one day, right?
Around Christmas time.
Yeah. Well, it's Gotham,
Yeah.
The holiday cheer also means holiday fear.
Oh. So what are you saying? Ho ho homicide.
It's going to be Red Friday this year, folks.
Oh, well, that's like I don't forget if they did it in the animated series, but I believe they did it in like the 70s Batman comics. All Joker's hideouts were his haciendas.
Really? Yeah, I loved that
branding.
Yeah, it's so
good. Vicky watches a news report of the homeless men who were attacked. After killing 3 of the homeless men, the killer was pushed by the others into the fire. He is identified as a bus driver. Vicky reinspects the photos, thinking she may have evidence that the police can use. She enlarges the car, leaving the scene in order to get the license plate number. At the funeral, Dick Grayson offers Tim his help and speaks with Bruce, who tells him that Tim wants to wear the Robin costume, but that Bruce doesn't want that. Vicky takes the photo of the license plate. Oh, God. To 90s mainstay, Lieutenant Kitsch.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love Lieutenant Kitsch.
Tells her that they already had the number and had traced it to Rico Marcus, who said he was driving by on his way to work. They could find no connection between him and the axe killer. Vicky's not convinced and decides to track Rico down herself. After Tim searches unsuccessfully on the computer all afternoon trying to link the various murderers, Bruce decides to hit the streets and denies Tim's request to join him. Batman tells Tim he doesn't think Tim's ready for the responsibility that comes with the mask. Tim says he doesn't understand, and Batman tells him that when he does, he might be ready. Batman orders Tim to stay put or he'll never get the chance to be Robin. Meanwhile, Vicky tracks Rico to his workplace and finds his car. As she decides her course of action, she is confronted by a sledgehammer wielding masked man.
Oh!
Oh, this is Christmas.
Make sure to wear your full body armor at Christmas time, folks, if you go out in Gotham City.
Exactly.
Mm.
All right. So what did you think of this, Justin?
I love this one. Nice little cliffhanger ending here. Cool little intrigue with all the masked killers roaming around the city. And I liked the setup for the whole Tim Drake story that would unfold over the course of these 3 issues.
Oh yeah, and I thought I did remember this, but yeah, in the notes it say, yeah, this is when Alan Grant and Norm Breyfogle jump over to Batman from Detective. So,
oh, this is the beginning of that.
Yeah, this is their first arc.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, it makes sense that they would choose this to be the story that they started out with. Yeah,
continuing their final story from Detective Comics, where that's where Tim's mom gets killed. So
right, yeah. I think that was a 4-part story, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
4 or 5.
Yeah. I think it is 4. Yeah.
Oh,
this issue credits Kevin Breyfogle as art assistant.
Oh yeah, did you find something about that, Phil?
No, I didn't. Here, let me see. Wonder if I just Google Kevin Breyfogle, something will come up.
Yeah.
Once again, yeah, I don't know if it's it was his son or. Wait, here's a.
Well, I do see something.
The only two credits I see are that Batman and that Batman issues, and then Carnal Comics Presents.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, Carnal Comics, adults only. Wow.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because there's like a woman, looks like she's wearing a metal bikini top. So yeah,
scandalous.
He
does have a listing on DC.com. Credit as penciler Flashpoint #2.
Oh, can't remember. Oh, maybe. Oh,
I'm curious about that.
There's another. I see it's a site for Kevin Breyfogle art. So looks like painting. So I don't know if that's someone else or he's just a painter also.
Yeah, I'm looking at Flashpoint #2, and it says,
"Oh, okay, yeah."
Penciler Kevin and Norm together.
Yeah, I'm on that. I see that app. Yeah, huh?
I don't remember that issue. Do you?
No, if that's like the original one, yeah, that's like from 2011. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I don't remember that. But I mean, they must be brothers because it seems like they're the same age, roughly. So
okay.
Yeah. I think.
Oh no, they're like the Buscema's.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was maybe like the Ramirez and he got the kid in.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe. Yeah. That's cool. I didn't. Yeah, I noticed that earlier, and I somehow missed that the first time I read this. Kevin Breyfogle.
Yeah, I always say, man, I do not envy John Romita Jr. because I mean, yeah, your dad is not only known as one of the Spider-Man artists, he's known as one of the top Spider-Man artists.
Yeah, exactly.
After like Steve Ditko, he's probably like the most well-known artist. It's like, oh,
yeah, those are some pretty big shoes to fill.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
because we know how understanding some comics fans are, huh?
Oh yeah, they love change. Are you kidding? They love it. They eat it up. They're like, please change our characters once a year. Please do some sweeping change to all of our characters once a year. We love it.
And please give me social issues and views that may not be my own.
Exactly. Yeah. Challenge my viewpoints. please. I love it when you do that. My long-standing viewpoints are challenged. I absolutely love it.
Because maybe I didn't get those early issues of X-Men or whatever else. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Let's get to this next one. Batman 456 from November 1990. Identity Crisis Part 2. Without fear of consequence.
Fear. The mind killer.
Looks like the same team, except yes, only Norm Breyfogle is credited with as penciler for this issue.
And there's Kelly Puckett again.
Yeah, that's right.
Puckett. It's a Puckett Kelly.
Batman stops another skeleton masked criminal dressed as Santa Claus at Gracie's department store where he had injured 8 people. A reporter indicates that this is the 43rd crime of whim.
43rd.
43 of these MFers, yes.
That's insane. Yeah, even for Gotham,
I know.
That's something.
Afterwards, Batman talks to Lieutenant Kitch, who tells him there's no trace of chemicals or hypnosis. So wait, so gas doesn't leave a chemical trace?
Yeah. What?
These bad villains, man, love their gas.
They do.
I love this
call
one.
it a gas fetish almost.
Kitch tells Batman about Vicky's lead with Rico Marcus. I love how he's like, "Oh yeah, we checked him out. He's a fine, upstanding citizen." And I love just the subtle humor that like Alan Grant put in his issues. Yeah, Batman's like, "Yeah, well, till today, so was Santa Claus."
Right. That's fantastic.
Vicky is attacked by a skeleton masked man while Rico Marcus provides his henchmen with info about their next victims. One of his henchmen spots the struggle with Vicky and they go down to see what's going on. Rico recognizes Vicky from the morning near the homeless men. They take her with them to see the boss. Batman has been watching and decides to follow them silently. So I don't know if that's how he says it in his head, or if he truly is like, "Oh yeah, I got to be careful. Bruce Wayne would never forgive me if something happened to Vicky." Fail.
Right.
Not I would never forgive myself. Bruce Wayne would never forgive.
Yeah, right. Because they're two different people. Yeah, that's really healthy.
I know. He wants her. I do not. I do not have human emotion.
Oh, Bruce. Yikes.
At the Batcave, Tim continues searching on the Bat computer any information that would help them solve the crimes. He's driven to find the solution to prove himself to Bruce that he deserves to be Robin. Alfred tries to get Tim to help wrap Christmas presents, but Tim refuses to give up on the search. Rico takes Vicky to Gotham Chemical, an abandoned factory. They call the boss to tell them about Vicky, then escorts her up. On the stairs, Vicky manages to get away from the henchmen, but runs straight into the boss.
Oops.
I didn't know Springsteen was in town. Batman decides to try to sneak into the building. Tim has a daydream where he is confronted by the 2 previous Robins who lecture him on not giving up. That's right, kids. He daydreamed about Jason Todd and, of course, the greatest hero of all time, Dick Grayson.
That's right. The original and still the best.
Check out Nightwing News, kids.
I'm here for Dick.
Hey, oh.
Aren't we all?
Hey, but yes, he has a daydream where he's confronted by the 2 previous Robins who lecture him on not giving up. He wakes up and contemplates this situation and realizes that a whim is just a momentary lack of fear. He calls the Batmobile, but Batman is not there to answer, so he calls Commissioner Gordon and asks him to activate the bat signal to tell Batman what he's deduced. Batman spots the signal but has no time to respond. He continues his infiltration but activates a booby trap and is captured by the Scarecrow.
Ooh.
Tim debates whether he should go into action in defiance of Batman's orders or stay put and hope for the best. He ultimately decides he must help and takes a taxi. So,
What a great final page that is
yes.
with the Scarecrow. Oh, so good.
And it kind of hits because I think, like, after Crisis, Scarecrow, at this point, Scarecrow hadn't made too many appearances after Crisis.
Yeah, I think you're right. I was trying to think actually before this episode where he had appeared before this.
There
And
was
I can
like,
only think maybe one or two other times.
I can only think of two. There was like an early detective right after Crisis, and like there's like an issue when Jason Todd was still Robin, and he like kind
Yeah,
of
it was
captured the Scarecrow. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember the Jason Todd one. Yeah. Yeah, but that had obviously been a few years.
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause he wasn't like a huge household name yet, because this is even before the animated series. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good. I think it was good though when they used the villains sparingly like that.
oh yeah,
Yeah, because it made it more impactful when they did return.
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like this. I mean, this was great. I loved this.
I know. I remember reading this first. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, and it's great too because at first you have him, you see him in the shadows, and he's got this internal monologue going on, and he's reading this book, "The Importance of Wearing Clothes." It's the book that he's got on his desk. The Importance of Wearing Clothes.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
great. Yeah.
Where's my...
And this was the issue actually I was thinking about in the last episode I mentioned there was a big panel that had a bunch of Batman's villains on it. It was actually in this issue. This is what I was thinking about. And it had Joker and Penguin and Roz and all those people. But it also had Killer Moth.
Oh yeah. Oh whoa, they went deep in this. Tweedledee and
Yeah.
Tweedledum. Yeah.
And Cornelius Stirk is in there and Anarchy. This was when Tim was going over the computer and reading up all the files on everyone.
See, even your nightmares aren't safe.
That's right.
But yes, the importance of wearing clothes.
You can be serious without your pants on.
That is true. Absolutely.
Ew.
Give your wife something.
I love too in the beginning, the very first page, the Santa Claus. Merry Christmas, suckers! Oh, and he's got a nunchuck and he's just beating people with it.
Well, it's like that first one, the old lady. She's like, "How would I do?" It's like, "How'd you do? You killed like 4 people."
Oh, so good.
Gotham Christmas.
You have to imagine that department store Santa walking around with that skull mask in his pocket, just waiting for the chance to put that on and get the nunchucks out. He had the nunchucks in his other pocket.
I mean, you could make a horror movie just with that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean,
So good.
modern comics are good, but I mean, I swear, a lot of modern Batman stuff doesn't come close to this. Just the ridiculousness. It
had like a quirky, it was like a quirky, random, bizarre sense of humor to everything that I think is missing from a lot of stuff lately. A lot of it, not all of it, but.
Well, I think part of it too, me and Lilith were talking, it's like some of the, they're not paying those guys a lot, these men and women a lot these days. So it's like some of these people, like poor Jen McKay, how many books is Jen McKay writing?
Oh, man. Like 5 or 6, I think. Yeah.
So it's like you really don't get to spend time like really focused on one character. It's like, okay, well, Monday I got to write this book. Tuesday I got to write this book. It's like,
right. Yeah.
I mean,
and he can do that. He can do that very well.
Oh yeah, he's hit excellent book. Excellent work. But
yeah.
Oh my God, did you read the last week? They put out that Miss Marvel and Moon Knight issue.
Oh yes, I just got that in the mail. I haven't read it yet.
That was good. Oh, did you read? No, it was Strange number 5. Did you read Strange number 5? Because Moon Knight
No,
was in that too.
I haven't read that yet. I was
Oh,
actually
that is
planning on
so.
that
You
next
gotta
week.
read that because that's by Jed also. There's
Oh,
just one
yeah.
page where he just has Moon Knight tells Clea, he's like, hold on a second, and he just like pokes it in a window, and it's 8-Ball sitting there watching TV. And
Oh,
he's
I
like,
love it.
he's like, I'm
Yes.
still watching you.
I
Basically,
love
like, he scares the
Yes.
crap out of him and leaves. He's like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
good.
I have been loving that series ever since Clea took over. It's
Oh, yes.
fantastic. So good. I've been having so much fun with that.
Yeah, that Jed is great, good. Oh, when he talked to us, man, he said he wants an Alpha Flight book. Marvel, give him an Alpha Flight.
Oh man, please! We talked about with him that too. I would love to see him write an Alpha Flight book and make it an ongoing. I mean, damn it, they deserve to come back. They're a great team. They've been around for years. It's
Eventually they're going to pull the
yeah.
trigger on that. They're going to do live action probably after they introduce
Absolutely.
the X-Men, but they're going to do it.
Yeah, there's going to be an MCU Alpha Flight at some
Yeah.
point. Definitely.
I mean, damn it, we got Moon Knight already.
Moon Knight,
Yeah.
he runs around in a white outfit, relieving people of their facial features.
Little did I, in my dreams, did I think I would have dropped from creators, but yes.
I love it. That's one of the best drops too.
I know. I heard that. He said that. I'm like, that's a drop. That is a
Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's do this last issue. Batman 457 from December 1990. Master of Fear.
Yeah, look at that cover too.
I know. Just
Yeah.
like Tim hanging in the window there. Yeah.
Yeah, when you first saw that, did you immediately think, "Oh, here he is, the new Robin"?
You would think, and it looks like he's wearing a cape there, but yeah, in the most
Yeah.
of the story, yeah, he's not wearing that suit.
Yeah.
But yeah, same team. Scarecrow has Batman and Vicky Vale captured and reveals his plan. He had Christmas cards and skeleton masks sent to 50 people chosen at random. The cards were coated with one of his new hypnotoxins that removed a person's fear. So either they all haven't taken effect yet, or 43 of the 50 were successful, you know?
Well, some of them probably threw him in the trash.
Maybe,
Like,
yeah.
I'm
Well,
not accepting any unregistered letters from anybody in Gotham. That's going in the garbage.
Well, didn't he say you had to have like a repressed, was it repressed anger or fear or there's something.
Yeah,
So-
something along those lines.
So
Yeah.
maybe 43 out of 50.
Yeah, he also talks about he impregnated the Christmas cards with the drugs. I was like, oh, you had to use that metaphor, didn't you?
It's a Gotham rogue. I ain't putting nothing past him.
Well, he puts a little bit of himself into his work, you could say.
Oh, I know one person who would not put up with that.
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so.
That's right. That's right. That's right, gentlemen. Every Christmas present Lilith Hellfire gets must be wrapped. She ain't dealing with that.
Come.
Oh, she told me to one day. She's like, as soon as I'm done, I don't care if they are. They're gone.
Totally understandable. I haven't got all night.
I told her, I said, oh, so at your house, all the sporting equipment at your house, every ball was blue. Before this
Summer
month is
purple,
over.
all right? Summer
Oh!
purple.
Before this month is over, I'm going to get him to fall out of that chair, kids. That's right. Hey, at the House of Hellfire, you get an Egg McMuffin in the morning and maybe an Uber. And
Maybe an Uber.
maybe.
Yeah.
After the toxin had time to take effect, Scarecrow called them all and suggested they try killing, which removed their inhibitions, and they did. While a city in fear was pleasing to him, it was all just an elaborate trap to bring Batman to him so they could use his various fear toxins on him and slowly unwrap his mind. The ultimate
Unwrap
Christmas
his
present to
mind.
himself. God, why don't you just take him to the prom?
Right? Sounds very intimate.
While beginning Batman's fear sessions, Rico Marcus and his henchmen drive away with the bonus money Scarecrow had given them. When Rico opens the envelope, he is doused with Scarecrow's gas and in a fit of rage attacks the driver. The car, now out of control, crashes into a storage pile of toxic waste. Which is all over the city.
Ooh, all over the place, man.
Is that like that whole Back to the Future trope where every movie, one of the Tannins has to crash into a manure cart?
Exactly. Well, it makes sense for Gotham City.
Oh,
that
yeah.
They would have just pools of toxic waste hanging around in these random places all over the city.
That's why you're getting warehouses for $1.50. Yeah, there's toxic waste all over the place.
Well, when you run out of places to dump it in the river, you've got to have a place to store the rest of it.
Tim Drake has taken a cab to the Scarecrow's hideout and searches for the Batmobile to see if Batman fell into the trap. He sees it and decides he must attempt a rescue. Tim traps 2 henchmen and knocks out a third before coming upon Scarecrow and Batman. Donning a ski mask to avoid being recognized, Tim orders Scarecrow to free Batman. However, he forgot to survey the scene and is attacked by the henchman who is holding Vicky out of Tim's sight. As Tim disables him, Scarecrow grabs the latest fear gas he was using on Batman called Essence de Trauma and throws it at Vicky and Tim. While Vicky suffers from reliving having her puppy run over by a car, Tim is tormented by the Obi-Man. Tim is paralyzed with fear when images of the 2 previous Robins appear, telling him not to fight the fear, but to live with it. They remind him that feeling fear doesn't mean you can't still act. Taking their advice, Tim manages to get to his feet and slam Scarecrow into the shelves, holding all the other fear toxins, which douse and effectively disable him. Shouldn't that have killed him?
I would imagine so, because that was a lot of toxin lined up on that cabinet, and he was dosed with all of it. So his heart should have popped real quick after that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He wasn't poisoned. Yeah, his heart should have had a heart attack, something.
Maybe it was because he probably doses himself with his gas, so he's tolerant of it. So it won't,
he's a
you know what I
cadaver,
mean?
man. He's huffing his own supply.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's built up a tolerance to it, I guess.
That's right. Yeah.
Tim takes off his mask in front of Batman, who's still somewhat delirious, calls him Robin. Tim frees Batman, then goes back to the Batmobile to avoid being seen. Some policemen arrive, having been called by Tim's taxi driver, who was concerned leaving a kid alone near a deserted factory. They take the Scarecrow into custody and Vicky to the hospital. Batman finds Tim. Tim fears he will never be Robin now for disobeying Batman's orders, but had deduced it was a trap set by Scarecrow. Batman asks Tim why he didn't don the Robin suit, and Tim says he was afraid that if he failed, he would disgrace it. Batman tells him that sometimes, when justified, heroes get to break the rules and calls him Robin. Back at the Batcave, Tim admits his apprehension of wearing the previous Robin suit due to the history it carries. Batman acknowledges the weight of the symbol, the weight the symbol carries, and presents Tim with a new, upgraded suit which he dons for the first time. Yeah, no shorty pants. Yeah,
That's right. No more underoos, especially because it's wintertime. I mean, that would have been cold. I still don't get how Dick did that all those years in Jason. Those little underoos flying around Gotham City with that. It's crazy.
The issue marks the debut of Tim Drake's Robin outfit. The costume was designed by Neil Adams, with the exception of Robin's revamped R chest insignia and the addition of a collapsible staff. The later details are courtesy of Norm Breyfogle, who interestingly had an earlier redesign published in Batman Family 13.
I think I remember that redesign that he did.
Breyfogle's contribution in that issue, however, was made as a fan and appears alongside 3 other readers' entries on a single page. And it says, this continues in the first Robin miniseries. Lilith and I covered that. And these 3 issues all occur within 1 calendar day.
Oh.
43 of these in one day.
That is wild.
Why do you live in this city?
Yeah. What is your incentive for staying here? My word. Especially at Christmas time. I mean, it's probably like instead of everybody getting depressed around the holidays, they get crazy and they get homicidal.
Or murdered? Yeah, no.
Yeah. So, like, why doesn't everybody just leave around the holidays? Go on vacation somewhere. Go to Paris or something. Go to Metropolis. Be safer in Metropolis than you would be in Gotham City around the holidays.
Yeah, wouldn't you feel safer in Metropolis? You know, anytime something happens, I got to yell, Superman!
Yeah, help, help, help! There's a Santa with nunchucks beating me in the face. Help! Yeah.
But this one, yeah, it's been reprinted like four different trades. It's on DC Universe Infinite. So yeah, kids, you can find this story easily enough.
Yeah, and this, I really think this is kind of like quote unquote a modern classic, I guess you could say, because not only does it introduce the new Robin, and it does it really well, but it's a fantastic Scarecrow story by its own by itself, because you get a little bit a glimpse into his origin. You get Norm Breyfogle's great retelling of his origin when he shoots the vase in the class and all that stuff. But yeah, it's cool to see him mess with Batman again and douse him with all these different fear toxins while he's hanging from the ceiling.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't know, modern classic. Again, this is 32 years old. Justin,
Well,
I know
yeah,
I don't like
true.
bringing it up any more than you did. I read this when
Yeah.
it first came out, but
Modern, yeah, I use that term loosely, I guess.
it's so weird because when Tim Drake first debuted, we were around the same age, him and I. So
Oh yeah, definitely, me too. Yeah. I love that panel too where he first bursts in and he's like, Jonathan Crane, Scarecrow, step away from him now, and he's pointing the staff right at him. It's great.
he's like, "Who are you, my little friend?"
Who, you're the Red Hood?
Oh yeah, that ski mask was red.
Yeah.
Although
I love the panel too where he's getting pecked by all the birds after he gets
Oh,
dosed
yeah.
by the fear toxin. Keep away from me! Leave me alone! I love it.
I mean, unless he was like a masochist or something, I'm like, maybe shouldn't he have had like an antidote cooked up for that, coursing through his veins?
Yeah, or at least easily available on his person that he could ingest quickly if he had to.
Especially if you're going to be messing with Batman in the same room.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, no one said Gotham rogues were smart.
That's true. I mean, he has been beaten a lot of times. And I love the part too where the other goons were driving off and that the gas goes off in that guy's face and he just immediately starts choking the guy that's driving.
I know, it's like, kill,
Die! It's like, what is this, fear gas or rage gas?
Well, again, he's a criminal, so I guess this guy's probably ordered how many hits. It's like, oh yeah, I can kill. But we want these guys who've taken orders from him for probably how long. It's like, oh yeah, I want to kill this guy.
I wanted to kill this guy for years.
He messed up 6 months ago.
Yeah. He brought me the wrong Starbucks.
Probably. He'll be using that Gotham water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't drink that water, folks. What did you think of the new Robin when the first time you read this and saw that final?
I liked it. It's good. I mean, again, it was very modern. That suit really hadn't been upgraded. In the decades. From 1940, it really hadn't had many upgrades. So
really,
I'm like, I get it. Long pants, and it like black on like the outside of the cape. I get it. It'll help you blend in a little more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was sharp looking. I thought it was a nice kind of update, which it needed to be updated. I mean, let's admit it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that old joke Lilith loves to bring up. Why does Batman wear blacks? He doesn't want to get shot. Why does Robin wear bright colors? Because Batman doesn't want to get shot.
He's a moving target. He distracts the gunman while Batman sneaks up on them.
Yes, that's right. Every couple decades, yes, he adopts a new human shield.
Yeah. Yeah. Cassandra Cain.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Stephanie Brown.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Justice for Stephanie.
It's so funny. Like Batman's supposed to be like the the dark loner, but meanwhile all his stuff sells so well. We just keep spinning off sidekicks and
Exactly. Yeah. In those other stories you and I were talking about, those were during the days when he was by himself, between Jason Todd and Tim Drake, and he really
Yes.
didn't have any crew backing him up. But now he's got like a full team. He could have his own team basically. And I think actually didn't they make for a while Detective Comics was a team book? Like they had Clayface on there
Oh
and
yeah.
Azrael and Spoiler and Robin, and so yeah, Batman could have his own team if he wanted it, just from his extended Bat family.
Yeah, but yeah, oh yeah, they did do that loner thing. Yeah, it's after they killed off Jason Todd, because I think, well, of course, yeah, the votes came in, but yeah, but I think they were also like, oh yeah, Batman '89, that movie, there's gonna be no Robin, so yeah, there's gonna be no Robin in the comics, you know.
Right. Yeah, and that made sense. That
Yeah.
made sense. Yeah.
Jason Todd's like, you couldn't have sent me on vacation.
Permanent vacation.
Well, they just messed that cat. Well, when he was originally created, it was, Jerry Conway created the character, and he was basically a clone of Dick Grayson. He was a circus acrobat.
Yeah.
And then after Crisis, they're like, oh, let's make him different, so made him that street kid. But he had an attitude.
Yeah, he was snarky, and yeah. Which for some stories it worked. Like
Yeah.
for some of the Jason Todd stories it worked. That personality, that outlook, it made sense. And it made sense too because he was a kid from the streets of Gotham. I mean, yeah, he would have a lousy attitude.
But then I don't know if they knew the writing was on the wall, because right before he died in Death in the Family, man, he let there this woman beating drug dealer, just accidentally slipped off his balcony while Jason was there alone with him. So
yeah, accidentally, yeah,
he slipped.
Well, yeah, minor accident.
That's our ones are like, oh yeah, he was Red Hood before before he even died and came back.
Oh yeah. I'm sure that eventually, even if the Joker hadn't have done what he did to him, Bruce and Jason would have had some type of falling out.
Oh yeah.
Eventually, I'm sure that was destined to happen.
Oh yeah. I mean, he had issues. I mean, post-crisis continuity, he had issues with Dick, and Dick left eventually. I mean, oh yeah, he definitely would have had issues with Jason.
Oh yeah. Those two would have been at each other's throats before too long. Yeah.
All right. So, anything else, Justin?
No, I love both of all three of these issues were fantastic. Great Scarecrow story. And I think too, this might be my favorite artistic rendition of the Scarecrow.
Oh,
Breyfogle's. Yeah. I mean, I can't really think of another one that I like better than that. I think he captured the visual look of the character really the best.
Oh yeah, because sometimes people try to make him like scarier. Like, remember when they tried to upgrade him in the animated series? It's like he doesn't even have to look scary, but if you just get the right artist on him, it's.
Yeah, I didn't like that in the animated series, so I couldn't get into that look for some reason. It just didn't do it for me. Yeah, and there've been some other artists that I really like, and I didn't really care for their rendition of the Scarecrow, but Norm Breyfogle, I think, did it perfectly.
Like his art, and I think just like that suit where it's just plain, but it's like you really don't see a face. I think that's kind of
You just see the shadow of the eyes and the mouth beneath.
Yeah, it almost looks like a Scarecrow just like hopped down off its perch, and it's just like
yeah, it looks so good.
All right, kids. So yes, I can't believe it. Only one more week of Sub-tember here.
One more episode left.
Again, I've enjoyed podcasting with you. We're gonna have you back.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been super fun.
Wilf is here. Yeah.
We'll definitely have to do this again. This was great fun.
All right. So yes, next week, yes, for Justin's final week here, yes, we're going to be doing our final Alan Grant Norm Breyfogle tribute for the month. Batman 475 and 476, more Scarecrow kids.
Mm-hmm. Scarecrow and the ventriloquist are back.
Oh no, not Scarecrow. Scarface. Did I say Scarecrow? Scarface.
Oh, yeah, we got Scarecrow on the mind.
I know.
Yeah. Scarface and the
Scarface and
ventriloquist.
Yes.
Love it.
And
Becoming
Vicky's
full
back
circle.
too.
That's right. Yeah. Fresh from buying up another neighborhood in Gotham. In the other issue, when she was waltzing and taking those pictures of the homeless guys, I thought that she was going to say, "Hey guys, I just bought the neighborhood. You guys want a job?"
I like bats.
I like bats and taking
I like
pictures.
purple. All right. So yes, kids. So send your thoughts. Email us again. Send your praises for this man here who, yes, fills in for Lilith Hellfire quite well.
Oh, thank you.
She already dubbed him mini Lilith. So.
I love that too, by the way.
Meanwhile, if they stood next to each other, he'll probably tower over her. But yes.
Yeah, well, I am 6'3", so.
Oh yeah, you definitely tower over her. She's
I tend to
5'4" on a
tower.
good day.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, yeah, I do tend to tower. Yeah.
She says 5'4", but I think it's more like 5'3.5". Anyway, I was gonna say I'm 6 foot and I tower over her. So yeah, you definitely tower over her. All right. Sorry, little one. God, if she ever gets back up here, she's gonna murder me.
We released a bonus.
That's what she's doing right now. I just look through all these drops. Sometimes I can't find what I'm looking for. She has so many drops.
Would you say you had 2 pages worth?
Yes, almost 2 full pages.
I love it.
Spread it. How hard is it? Hey, some women pay good money for that in Florida.
What no, I was going for. Oh yeah, so sorry, little one.
Shut your filthy mouth. Coming out of the bush.
And young men of Mexico, here's your warning. This is what you're about to get.
Shut up and just lay there.
What happens in Mexico stays in Mexico.
Because again, she nailed it down. Her type is 21 to 26, even though she's in her mid 30s. Are you Are you a young Mexican between 21 and 26 and not quite smart? Don't say a lot, and you might be able to meet Lilith Hellfire.
They don't have to say a lot. They just have to lay there and look good.
For that release.
That's right. They have a purpose that they need to fulfill, and that's great.
Justin's like, I feel that energy.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. I was almost ready to. I almost had my male harem ready before monkeypox.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, on the one episode you guys were doing. Yeah,
it derailed my harem completely.
Yeah, monkeypox. I know, man. That's what I said, man. I'm so glad I'm married and not off the date anymore between COVID and whatever else is out there, man.
Oh man, yeah. I'm sure there's going to be another laundry list of viruses over the next few years coming out of the woodwork. So it's going to be lovely.
I used to think dating was hard, but yeah, man, now with all this, all the COVID and monkeypox and everything that's out there. Ugh.
Yeah, it's vaccine city.
On that cheerful note, kids, yes.
Well, we were talking about Gotham City. I mean,
true.
Technically, you should have a vaccine just to live in Gotham. Like, just to live there. Like, you should have a vaccine to something. Like,
just one, one size fits all vaccine.
Exactly. Yeah. Like all the kids should get it just a Gotham vaccine, just for breathing the air there.
Drinking the water, breathing the air.
Exactly. Yeah. Just a one size fits all vaccine for Gotham.
And remember, kids, don't eat the green snow.
That's right.
kids. So yeah, send your thoughts on Batman 475, 476. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow We Are the Night, the Batman podcast.
Batman podcast.
Yes. Make it Wolf proud. Yes. All right, kids. Find us on Facebook, on Twitter. Find the Batman Facebook fan group. Now over 1,000 members. Find links to all the various social medias. Links to the YouTube channel. Everything we do goes up there. Everything we've ever done since Cape started in 2017 is up there. So lots of material. And I cannot recommend highly enough. Go check out our Quantum Zone playlist on there. Over 150 issues of Quasar episodes.
Ooh, I love it. I love it.
Oh yeah,
I love Quasar.
Oh, we used to do live reads like almost every week. Yeah,
Oh,
Quasar issues. Yeah,
that's good stuff.
Me, Will, and the Great Matt Kona. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's where I got. Yeah, got a lot of their drops from.
Did you cover the entire series?
Yes, we did. Well, we covered all 60 issues. We covered Avengers issues he was in. I mean, we did every part of Operation Galactic Storm. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
That's huge. Nice.
As I said, over 150 episodes.
I love it.
The playlist is on YouTube, kids. All right, so yes, find all that and more on the YouTube channel. All you have to do is smash that subscribe button so you can always find it.
Smash it.
And of course, most important, please, if you can, help us support these shows. Join the Patreon Elite like Ray, Russell, and our friend Justin right there.
Yes, join me in the Patreon Elite. It's wonderful.
Again, you get early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
When Lilith and I talk to Mr. D. Chichester every single month.
Chichester chats.
For quality.
And if that's not enough on the Patreon, yes, you also get superhero movie brackets. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time because Lilith Hellfire demanded it. So find links to that and get yourself some Capes Lunatics and Capes Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. Justin, before you get to your plugs, did you hear the news? Like, I don't know how public. I mean, Lilith and I have discussed it on some shows, but starting in January, we're not going to be doing like our Justice League as much, but we're going to be doing the Salty and Petty show featuring myself and Lilith.
Yes, I did hear about that, and I'm very much looking forward to that.
just random, whatever the hell we want to talk about. Could be old shows like Seinfeld or like do some South Park. I know every so often we'll just be like, we're talking fast food. We're like, yeah, throw that on the list. We'll do like best fast food. Yeah.
You could do some top 10 lists of whatever.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said. That might be the place for you and Lilith just to give your list of, men you can get in Hollywood.
Oh, yes, definitely. We could definitely do an episode just about that.
Yeah, because even I think Lilith even said, she's like, because most of our limitations are self-imposed. She's like, yeah, we could probably go a little more adult rated over. I'm like, all right, let's go.
All right. I'm all for that. Let's do it.
I'm afraid to let her take those gloves off. Oh boy. All right.
The power of hellfire.
All right. But again, I appreciate everything you were doing this month, and you're doing a terrific job. And I'm sure everyone listening to this loves what you're doing. So if they need more Justin in their lives, where can they find that?
Well, I am also the co-host of 3 other shows currently. Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is, where we talk about everything to do with the Hulk and She-Hulk, including the new Disney Plus show. And also Tomes of Evil, a comic book supervillain podcast where we talk about all the bad guys. And lastly, Predator and Prey is our newest show. Russell and the High Priest of Khonshu, Ray, have joined me with a focus on the new Predator comics, and as well as movies. And there was a new anthology book of short stories that was released that we're going through as well, and that's excellent. So by the time this comes out, I think we'll have 2 or 3 episodes out, and that has been so much fun. I've been loving that show.
Yeah, this will be like the 3rd week of September. So yeah,
I think we'll have 2 or 3 out by then. Yeah.
And pretty much you can hear you sending in feedback every episode on Trapped in a World, the Howard
That's
the Duck
right.
podcast too.
That's right.
Give
I,
those
I,
boys
li-
a
I like
shout
to
out.
regularly send in some feedback because I love the classic Howard the Duck so much. It's one of my
You
favorite
know how
things.
duck penises work, right?
Corkscrew action.
You know, with with your co-host Russell and that madman Noel Tate.
That's right. That's right. The madman himself.
Those boobs scare me. It's not just for boys.
Yeah.
I need more drops of him.
Booty looks
Yes.
good all the time.
Well, he'll be on your show soon, so you'll have a chance to get.
Yes,
some. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. Yes, we're going to talk. Like I said, we finally scheduled that. Yeah, that Howard the Duck episode. I think I sent you the invite, but it's I believe it's September 8th.
Oh yeah. I think I
It's like
think I replied
9:15 at night. It's a weeknight. Yeah, I wasn't sure about your schedule, but
I think that should work. Yeah, that should work fine. I think.
okay, very good. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I asked him. Yeah, he said a weeknight would work better for him. So
Super. Yeah. Perfect.
you know,
Awesome. Yeah.
you know Noel Tate, that man who has a Osborne fetish.
My fetish is
Oh.
to get touched by a white man with cornrows.
I swear, half the episodes you and I are doing are just filled. Half of it is just drops.
I love it. It's the best.
Again, yeah, I might just have to try one episode at some point. Just like Wolf can't show up, just like drop me and drops.
Yes, and see if people notice. I'd love it.
I'll get like a message from Ray like a week later. I'll be like, "Was that Lilith? It sounded like a lot of drops, but I'm not sure."
Yeah, leave it completely ambiguous so that nobody. Yeah, people have to guess.
It'll be you and him like sending me messages, be like, "Oh yeah, I heard the drop. My favorite drop."
There it is. They scream it.
Give up the meat. All right, kids, come back next time. Batman 475 and 476. Until then, join the same bat time.
Same bat channel.
We are the night.
The Batman Podcast.
Vengeance is dead, but Lilith's liver is eternal. Good night.